An underground tomb discovered raises more mysteries. A brand new cryptid just dropped. A giraffe is found in Texas. And an animatronic that laughs all the way to your grave.
Get comfortable. Turn off the lights. It's Monthly Spooky.
Well, my spookies, it is indeed that time of the month. It is Monthly Spooky. I'm, of course, your host, Henrique Couto. Wow, I almost said my own last name wrong. Couto, Cuoto. Heard them all, kids. Read them all, too. And I'm here with my good buddy and co-host, Michelle. Michelle, how are you?
I don't know.
You still don't know?
Yeah. I don't know
Damn.
if I should be happy or not happy or sad or
You don't know?
sad. Yeah.
What does this entail? I'm
What
curious.
do you mean?
You don't know if you should be happy or not?
Yeah.
Like, did something happen that should make you happy?
No. Yes. That's the thing. I don't know.
Well, but okay, so we could try and get through this.
Okay. So I had an inspection yesterday.
Right.
And then this morning I woke up and went, did I turn off the stove at the inspection?
Oh, God.
And I couldn't remember it
Oh,
happening.
no.
I remember turning it on.
Of course, yeah.
And I remember doing other things. So then I was like, if I had the code for the door, I could just go there and check, but I don't have the code. So the only things to do are to just hope that the house doesn't burn down, even though it's vacant. So who knows when someone's going to come and check the stove, or I have to ask the realtor and I have to tell her what happened. So I ended up having to ask the realtor for the code and going there and finding out the stove was off.
Of course it was.
So it's been a day.
It's one of those things where you do it so often, turn on and off a stove or whatever, you just kind of skip remembering. I would have assumed I had turned it off just because, unless I had a history of leaving stoves on. Do you have a history of leaving stoves on, Chell?
No, but it happened one time where I actually left the stove on and went back and turned off the stove.
Oh, at an inspection?
Yes.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm with you. I'm glad it turned out you didn't do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes on bikes.
I got distracted during that one because I was talking to someone, and then I was working on the report, and I was like, I don't think I turned the stove off. I literally don't remember it happening at all. So I just had to drive 40 minutes back and turn off the stove.
And you did that this morning before the show?
Oh no, this one, was only 10 minutes away. So
okay.
But I did that this morning before the show when I was supposed to be writing the report. So.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
And now the nice realtor knows that I have problems with
that. You have anxieties. Yeah, but there is a thing though. Think about it this way though. You'd be like, this home inspector has anxiety because, she wanted to make sure she didn't cause a house to burn down versus, they have anxiety. So they don't show up to work. I mean, your anxieties are productive. At least you were ensuring no grievous bodily harm and death.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, I think that's better, though.
Yes.
You could have been writing that report if you had a car that drove itself. You could have written the report on your way out there.
I was so nervous because before I decided I was going to call, I just didn't get anything done. So no,
I get that. No, I do get that. Well, I'm picking on you because I'm in the process of buying a car. Yes. And the car does so many things for you with technology, and they just enrage you so much.
I know.
I don't understand. It looks like I'm getting a brand new Toyota Prius, which will be replacing my 2009 Toyota Prius, which, by the way, I realized, Chell, that when I sold my first car, when I traded in my first car, it was a year younger than my Prius is now.
Wow.
I had the Prius for 2 years longer than I had the Volkswagen Beetle, which is just
Wow.
kind of like time really kind of blows your mind. I was telling my mom that I was like, I just realized that the Prius is 17 years old.
Mhm.
And Mom was like, oh my gosh, if I'd realized it was that old, I would have been pressuring you to get a new car sooner. I guess I took good care of it, because it didn't look quite so old.
Mhm.
But yeah, I need a car. And I wanted the one that could park itself, which is like so cool to me. And
Yeah.
Michelle's very upset by this concept.
I just want people to be able to park cars. That's it.
What if I can, but I don't wanna?
Why don't you want to?
Because sometimes I'm tired of this crap.
It's not that it takes like a minute. It's not hard.
I mean, when it comes to parallel parking, there's a 50-50 shot I'll just look for something else that isn't that I don't have to parallel park into.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should just do it more.
Well, I live in Ohio, so that I'd have to try to parallel park more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Or you could set up like cones in a parking lot and you could just practice.
Yeah. Well, I think you might remember this. I have a belief in omens when it comes to cars.
Mhm.
And my Volkswagen Beetle, which was a great car, it ran great. I had it from age 18 until 30, I think it was, or 18 to 30, or 29. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But when I was driving that thing, I loved that car. It was mechanically running great. I went to meet a friend up in Fairborn, Ohio, which does have a lot of street parking.
Mhm.
It's like a small town that's kind of like got that vibe. And I remember I was going to a restaurant and I pulled up to a spot. There was no traffic, so I felt very comfortable saying like, I'm going to parallel park. Because if I have to start over, nobody cares. There's nobody around. And I nailed it in one go. Just pulled up, backed in, pulled forward, and I was done. And 2 weeks later, the car couldn't be driven anymore. I had to get rid of it.
Oh.
So now I believe that if I master a car, that means it will die immediately.
Okay.
That is just the law of the jungle. So, but I was looking at other things that the car does that will upset you. Did you know that now I was driving a 17-year-old car. So getting a car that's technically a 2027 is going to be like getting into a spaceship. It's going to be completely a different world. It has adaptive cruise control. Do you know what that is?
Of course I know what that is.
I just found out this year.
You didn't know what adaptive cruise control was?
No. Why would you know? Have you been what?
Because it's not like I only know what's happening with my car. I know what's happening with other people's cars, like my parents' cars.
Oh, see, my mom's driving a Lexus that's like a 2013.
Oh.
So, because she actually, when I was getting through this and I was talking to her about stuff, she was like, really, that? And then I showed her and she was like, oh, I guess I haven't shopped for a car in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, there's a lot out there. It's nuts. It uses LiDAR to slow you down and speed you up separate from other cars. So you just turn it on the highway, and until you need to get off the highway, you're golden.
Mm-hmm.
It also has lane assist. So as long as your hands are on the steering wheel, you don't have to keep the car in the lane. It does it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then, and this is the part that blew my mind though, because this is newer though. Now, if you press the turn signal up or down, it changes lanes for you by detecting the cars around first.
Boo, hiss. I don't like that one.
I knew you'd get mad.
Why would that happen?
I don't know, but boy, howdy, I can't wait. Because I get on the highway a lot. And when I'm on the highway, it's usually for, 5 or 6 hours. So I am very excited to be able to fully dedicate myself to singing along to the radio.
No, you have to keep your foot on the gas. No.
Well, we've talked about, I don't use my normal cruise control because my first car, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the habit. This is going to break that habit though. I'm going to break that habit of always using the pedal.
I'm probably never going to have a car with adaptive cruise control because I'm just going to always it's just going to get worse and worse and older cars, But if I did, I wouldn't use it. So Nope.
You're going to be like waiting to hear about like somebody finding a warehouse with like a bunch of new old stock, like 2010 cars. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to buy 3 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there you go. That's what I've been up to, is just getting the car. Now I'm waiting because the car I want is on a barge coming from Japan.
Yay, Japan.
Yeah. See, I knew you'd like that part.
Yeah.
And boats. Yeah. In fact, I was telling somebody, I said, like, now I'm just waiting on the barge with my car on it. And I was like, hey, my car's kind of like Dracula. It's going to arrive on a boat and it's mysterious and red. Dracula's kind of red. I don't know. Blood.
Dracula's not red.
No, he's not. Thanks for calling me out on that. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to talk about spooky news stories, including a major update to a story we talked about last month.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's good news.
Oh.
Depending.
Oh.
Right after this break. I also want to mention, Chell, before we jump into the news of the spooky variety, that our topic this week is one that I've actually been curious about for a while. It's the story of Laughing Sal. Many people call it the world's most uncanny dummy.
Oh.
Like, it's a creepy animatronic dummy. And I've seen it at multiple fairs and carnivals in my life, and in fairs and carnivals and movies. So we're going to dive into the reality of the Laughing Sal, as I believe. I never knew what it was called. Laughing Sal. So that'll be our topic here in a little bit. But first, it's time for the spooky news.
The spooky news.
So we're heading first to Huffington Post for a follow-up from last month's spooky news. And this is the headline reading, Gracie the giraffe finally found in Texas after 2 weeks on the lam.
Oh.
Ironically, she was found like the day after we did our show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Gracie the giraffe went missing in Texas, and we found it kind of funny. How do you lose a giraffe in Texas? But also we want Gracie to survive and be safe.
Uh-huh.
So this is from HuffingtonPost.com. Gracie the giraffe, who went missing for about 2 weeks in Texas after wandering off a remote private ranch, was finally found Friday, and the open range appeared to have agreed with her. The giraffe was spotted about 4 miles south of her enclosure during an aerial search in the Texas Hill country. According to the Real County Sheriff. It's Real County. The Real County.
Yeah.
Sheriff Nathan Johnson. He said Gracie's owner, Vic Jones, contacted a veterinarian and began putting together a team to bring the giraffe back safely to the ranch. Quote, she's in good shape, Jones said. She's standing there, swishing her tail. Aww. That means they're happy, right?
I have no idea.
I don't know if it's like a dog or like a cat.
Yeah.
Gracie, who is about 3 years old and weighs at least 1,200 pounds, was found within a half mile of a pond and creek and had plenty of vegetation to feed on, said Jones, adding that she appeared to have been in that area for about a week. Getting the 10-foot-tall giraffe home to the Cedar Hollow Ranch about 100 miles west of San Antonio was taking some work. So it was 100 miles away from the ranch.
I thought they said it was 4 miles away, but it was 100 miles west of San Antonio.
You're right. South of her enclosure.
I think the ranch is just 100 miles west of San Antonio.
Yeah, that kind of confused. Am I not crazy, right? That's confusing.
Maybe.
Wow, fair enough. Yeah, it does say the Cedar Hollow Ranch about 100 miles west of San Antonio. Oh, no, it's referencing San Antonio.
Yeah.
Okay. Gee, why?
Why?
That makes me think that they're transporting it 100 miles when they say it's going to take some work.
Yeah.
I'm just dumb. I have no reading comprehension. Veterinarians needed time to sedate Gracie and put a hood over her eyes, Jones said. From there, Gracie will be moved with an open pasture trailer to a taller, enclosed trailer made for giraffes for the trip back to the ranch.
They can't just walk her there?
I guess not. Now, First of all, I love that they put a hood on her. It's like they don't want her to know the way to get there. Like it's still a secret, like in an old like Batman movie or something.
Mm-hmm.
But also I love that they got an enclosed trailer made for giraffes. Where do you rent that from, I wonder?
I guess there's probably just one company that specializes in that.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Yeah, just one ever since Toys R Us closed.
Mm-hmm.
Their mascot was a giraffe.
Yeah.
Parts of the remote area cannot be reached by car, which prompted the search by helicopter. While Real County's 2,700 residents were urged to keep an eye out for her, Gracie was found on private property where no one lives, Jones said. That's good.
Yeah, I guess.
I just imagine if you were like a landowner and it was I could see if it was just about any other common animal, but just a giraffe standing there, I'd probably just call somebody. I wouldn't shoot it. I'd be like, I don't think that's supposed to be here. Like, I don't think it came here to cause trouble. I think it's just, this is unusual. Yikes.
Yeah.
And it's real tall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that part. Quote, "We didn't bother her," Jones said of the sighting. "She's got water. She looked in really good shape." The Texas Hill Country has one of the largest concentrations of exotic captive animals in the U.S. Johnson said this week he had reports of missing wildebeests, water buffalo, zebras, and monkeys, though never a giraffe previously.
Wow. They need to keep their animals inside. This isn't...
Inside? If they're cold, if you're cold, they're cold. Let them inside, the wildebeest.
Exactly.
The area has a mild climate and rugged terrain and plenty of vegetation for Gracie to eat. In Africa, giraffes thrive best in dry and semi-dry savannas and grasslands. Jones believes that Gracie, who arrived at the ranch in May, didn't mean to leave. She had been wandering up to a rocky area to feed on trees growing out of the rock and had always come back to the ranch's giraffe enclosure. Until that fateful day.
I mean, it sounds like she meant to leave. She's just like, I'll just go over here and eat more food. And then she left.
Yeah, she just wanted to go on a lark, you know?
Yeah.
Have an adventure. Gracie's day out.
Mm-hmm.
Jones said Gracie wandered into the rocky area, fed, and came down on the wrong side of the gate. At that point, he said it was easier for her to keep walking in the same direction than to try and go back.
Right, because she...
Yeah, Chell is all calling this cope. She is saying this is all cope.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I mean, yeah. It's like, I'd have to walk back up there. I guess I'll just go. I'll just go on an adventure instead.
Darn.
Damn.
Darn. The area wasn't fenced because giraffes had not been going there until Gracie did. And building a fence requires jackhammering through rock to put up the posts. But Jones said he plans to have a fence put up now, and Gracie will stay in the ranch's giraffe enclosure until it's ready.
It's like right now, part of my neighbor's fence is down because a tree hit it.
Yeah.
And they have a dog, and I don't know what kind of dog it is, but it growls at me and barks at me when I mow the lawn.
Yeah,
and
good dog.
They let it out because there was like a little section that was had like a wire fence sort of, but I guess it's not there anymore because she was just on the other side of the down tree barking and growling at me because she hadn't figured out that she could step over the tree trunk yet.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Eventually they figure it out, though.
Oh, goodness.
I hope dog. Not. No.
Dog sounds like a good judge of character.
No. I mean, to be fair, she also barked and growls at my neighbor. So I don't think it's me. I think it's just people.
We'll see.
I'm not saying that dogs don't bark and growl at me. I'm just saying this one doesn't seem like it's just specifically me.
Okay.
Like the other ones.
Okay. I mean, now it seems like you're coping really hard. But okay.
I mean, yeah.
Despite Gracie's size, she wouldn't have harmed a person who encountered her off the ranch, Jones said. Quote, "If you move toward her, she's taking off."
Aww.
She's cautious. That's good.
I want to hug her.
We all do. But we at Monthly Spooky want to say we're so happy Gracie is safe and sound. So that's a good ending to the story from last month.
Yeah.
But When we come back, we're going to some news in my own, well, not my literal backyard, but very close by me, where we talk about an unexpected guest in a resident's bedroom right after this. So, Chell, this story comes from WHIO.com, which is my local news.
Oh.
Yeah, although it's the story's from a little south of here, but it's still local. The headline reads, "Area deputies help wrangle snake inside resident's bedroom."
Better be a good snake.
What's a good snake to you?
I mean, I wasn't really sure when I said that what I meant. So
I know, that's why I challenged it.
Either a good snake is a snake that you really need to take out of a bedroom because it's dangerous, or a good snake is a nice snake that I just want to hear about. I'm not sure.
What's a nice snake? I mean, does it matter what type of snake it is?
One that doesn't hurt you, and then you touch it and it's soft. I like those kinds.
Okay. That was the thing that you said. Butler County Sheriff's deputies responded after a homeowner found a snake in their bedroom, according to a social media post. When deputies arrived, the, quote, suspect had gone into hiding under the bed.
Oh.
After a little patience, teamwork, and some impressive detective work, Deputy Brittany Koch safely captured the snake and relocated it to the backwoods.
What kind of snake?
It's not saying if it was soft or anything so far. I'm sorry. Quote, "I've always said no 2 days are the same around here. One call you're chasing a fugitive, the next you're chasing a snake under somebody's bed. Around Butler County, our deputies don't just catch bad guys. We catch anything that slithers, crawls, moos, baws, or bucks," Sheriff Richard K. Jones said. This guy sounds all right.
Yeah, I guess.
Quote, "Whether it's runaway goats, wandering cows, snake in the bedroom, or wanted criminals, no job is too big or too small for your Butler County Sheriff's deputies."
Is that it?
Then it says the suspect was released without bond into the woods.
So we don't even know what kind of snake it was.
No.
Damn.
Sorry, man.
It's okay, I guess.
Were you excited to just imagine touching this little squishy snake?
I just wanted to know what kind of snake it was. That was it.
Were you hoping for a certain type?
I was hoping for a kind that like it would be ridiculous to call someone about, like a really small one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like the small ones.
Like a corn snake or something?
I mean, that's
They're
not the one
small,
I'm
right?
thinking of, but I can't remember what it's called. But I found it and I was touching it. And it was like, oh no, and then it went away.
Awesome, because it was soft.
It was very soft. Yeah.
This is the most bizarre. I don't even know how to. I just don't know how to process or where to put this information.
I don't know why this is so weird.
But it is weird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
I'm sorry.
That's strange. Do you like what okay, so if you're out and about,
yeah,
and you see a snake, is your instinct to see if you can touch it?
Apparently.
It's looking that way, yes.
Yeah.
What would you do? Sorry.
What? No, what
No, please.
Say? I don't remember.
Oh, I was just going to ask if you ever found a snake in your home.
No, but I found them in my shed and in my grass. And that's it.
And did you touch them?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, not all of them.
Oh, yeah.
But
were some of them dangerous?
No, they were very small and they were not dangerous snakes.
But you looked at them and were like, "You're not soft. I don't want to touch you."
Well, no, you don't understand. I'll explain.
I clearly don't. Please do.
So I had not touched a snake before until a few years ago.
Right,
I didn't
right.
have any friends with snakes or anything. So there was one sunning itself on my driveway, I think. And I was like, wow. So I touched it and I was like, it's the softest thing ever. So I got really excited. That's it.
That's it. That's the story.
That's the story.
I touched snakes because my dad had a snake.
Oh.
He had a big python because of course he did, because he was a biker. He also had a monitor lizard.
Oh.
Yep. He'd feed them chunks of raw meat.
That's nice.
Because he said you got to feed. No. He fed the snake got mice. It was his alligator that got raw meat.
Oh.
Because he said that if you feed an alligator something alive, it makes them aggressive. Like it makes them meaner. So he would always give them chunks of stuff. Because some people feed them like goldfish or whatever. And he was like, nah, I don't give them anything alive because it makes them aggressive.
Yeah, you don't want to give him any sort of, cheddary snacks. That's not good.
I mean, yeah, fruit striped gum. I mean, the alligator will be mad because the flavor goes away so fast.
It does,
just
yeah.
super, super mean.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing. Give it a couple fruit roll-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Those sound nice. Were you a fruit roll-up kid?
I like fruit roll-ups, yeah.
I was more a fruit by the foot kid. That was me.
I mean, that's good too.
Yeah, I like the texture on fruit by the foot a little more is all.
Okay.
Like, fruit roll-ups tasted good, but they did kind of taste like the plastic they came in. I mean, like, texture-wise.
Yeah.
So that turned me off just a little bit.
I could see that.
But, yeah. There's actually... I watched a YouTube documentary about fruit roll-ups, and it was actually really fascinating.
Huh.
I guess when they originally made them, they were literally just made out of, like, pounded strawberry pulp. Like, they were actually pretty healthy. They were just, like... It's just they had to make them shelf stable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So over time they became a sugary snack, but originally it was like just flattened fruit. It's just that it would go bad pretty quickly, so you'd buy it and eat it right away.
Oh.
Yeah. The things you learn on Monthly Spooky.
Yeah.
But the thing we're all gonna learn when we get back is how Lansing, Michigan now has its very own cryptid.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to find out all the juicy details right after this. We're back, and we're heading up to Michigan, Lansing to be specific. Have you been to Lansing, Michigan?
I really like Lansing, Michigan. Yeah.
I've never been, but I've always wanted to check it out.
You should go. I mean, I can't tell you of anything cool to do there. The only thing I did was I went to Chipotle.
Oh.
And I ate food out of my car and I had a really bad cold.
Oh.
Right. I went to CVS and I bought cold medicine.
Oh.
But also I played a really good show with a cold. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I couldn't really sing. So.
But you said it was a good show?
It was a great show somehow. And yeah, shout out to the person who got me tea. So.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that because you were like, "Oh, they got me tea." I was sick.
They're sweet. So.
Where is Lansing? Like it's not a shrug. She shrugged. Okay, fine. Well, this is from LansingCityPulse.com. And the headline is Lansing's very own cryptid revealed.
Yeah.
I think that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a cryptid, so.
You never will with that attitude.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully, if you do, it's a snake, like a really big snake that's soft.
Do that if you want.
Waldemar camp counselors spill the baked beans about the Hooga Hooga. Yeah. In the golden July sunshine, with the smell of wildflowers filling the air and every blade of grass in sharp focus, Lansing's 180-acre Waldemar Nature Center doesn't feel like a place with a deep, dark secret. But it has one. Ooh. The clueless adult hikers, joggers, birders, and nature lovers who blithely trip along the Woldemer's 5 miles of wooded trails have no idea what lurks under their keens and merrills. Somebody wrote this hard, like really wrote this with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But the secret is well known to thousands of young campers, many of whom have gone on to become camp counselors and passed the secret on to the next generation. They don't volunteer the information unless they're asked, but when you ask them, their eyes flash with a faraway purple light. Okay? They will tell you that Woldemar is home to the Hooga Hooga, mysterious, hairy, secretive beings akin to Bigfoot that tunnel in unknown numbers under the nature center's meadows, forests, streams, and wetlands.
Wow.
Tunnels take a lot of effort to dig, too.
Yeah.
Hooga Hoogas are only found at Woldemar, nowhere else in the world.
Wow.
Just to be clear, Woldemar is a proper non-profit nature center rooted in level-headed science. The staff doesn't even like it when you call it a park. The counselors and naturalists are always ready to teach about the life cycles of painted turtles, great blue herons, maple beech forests, native meadows, very soft snakes, and so on. Okay, I added that one.
Well, thank you, I guess.
But it really lights them up to be the proud stewards of Lansing's very own cryptid, as localized as the Loch Ness Monster and as much an emblem of the city as the state capitol or the Oldsmobile.
Oh, I didn't know that was from there.
Well, Michigan, there's a lot of that was like the Auto Works originated there. Mm-hmm. And Hooga Hooga's not the only secret at Woldemar. The Nature Center itself is one of Lansing's best kept secrets, a gorgeous swath of spacious meadows and rolling woodland that helps thousands of kids a year experience the joys of outdoor life and unravel the mysteries of nature. It's just that some of those mysteries are more mysterious than others.
Oh,
a mysterious mystery, kids.
Wow.
Who's ready?
Oh.
The theme of last week's Camp Discovery at Woldemar, Under the Surface, was particularly appropriate. On the sunny, hot morning of July 14, about 80 kids gathered near the converted barns on the Nature Center's lush grounds to prepare for another day of the week-long camp. About 900 kids attend day camp at Woldemar during the 11 weeks it's offered each summer. Woldemar Executive Director Kevin Wernett put the combined number of students served by the field trips from regional schools, educational programs, and summer camps at 5,000 to 6,000 a year. It's a lot of kids.
That's a bunch of kids. I guess. I don't really know.
Did you ever go to day camp or anything like that?
I'm not. I mean, maybe like a little. I can't really remember. So maybe not.
Okay. You don't remember much of your childhood?
No, I just blocked it all out.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Must be nice. The day campers poked under logs, turned over rocks, and took sample dips from the woodland pond, hunting for hidden organisms. Even before they set off into the woods, a few kids were bent to the ground watching a mole burrow into the grass near the barn. He's still down there, but let's not bother him, a counselor said. It was all fun and educational, but there was something much more charismatic and elusive under the surface at Woldemar. Counselor Colum Shuttler took a break from minding the kids to share the secret. Quote, "They like Bigfoot covered in fur. It was a legend. They look like Bigfoot covered in fur. It was a legend even before I started camping here. We never see them because they can get from one spot to another by underground tunnels. Shuttler began camping at Woldemar 15 years ago at the age of 5. See, he can remember that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So he didn't block out his memories. Fine.
Fair enough. There's a lot of doubtful and apocryphal Hooga Booga lore, but some things are pretty much agreed upon. They are 7 to 9 feet tall, and they have brown-black hair all over. Why are you shaking your head?
Because no one has ever seen one.
Apparently, no one alive.
Okay, but the dead people are the ghosts coming back and going like, okay, guys, so this is what it looked like.
It's called a Ouija board.
Oh, sure. Okay. They're using Ouija boards to ask about the things.
Or I guess EVP. They could just be like, like they hold up the thing and then they put it through all the things and it goes brown and black hair. And they're like, whoa. It's real. Quote, I love this. This is so perfect for like camping. Quote, you can repel them with grape jelly, which actually burns them on contact.
Wow.
Longtime camp counselor Patrick Reichel said, you can also do a Hooga Hooga war dance, a sign of aggression. Fortunately for us, it looks like the children, it looks a lot like the chicken dance, so it's easy to teach. Reichel first attended camp at Waldemar at age 5 and just never left, quote. He became a junior counselor in his teens and a senior counselor at 18. He's 27 now. Quote, in certain lighting conditions, the fur changes color, Reichel said. One of the colors you can perceive is purple. We've seen shades closer to orange. It varies from Hooga Hooga to Hooga Hooga. Another counselor reported that they flat out dyed their fur purple this summer. They're very fashionable.
And also, I thought no one had seen these, so I'm really confused.
They are said to be fond of pad thai and cheese sandwiches. Same. Big same.
Yeah.
Quote, allegedly, if a Hooga Hooga consumes a large amount of pad thai, it will undergo mitosis and divide into 2 Hooga Hoogas, Reichel said. I only heard this once. It could be true. It could just be a story, or it could even be a Hooga Hooga pulling a joke on us. A joke? Does that mean they can communicate with humans? As a Hoogameister, or liaison to the creatures, Reichel helped to set the terms of an agreement that made Hooga Hooga Island, a small bit of land in the Grand River, off limits to humans. He thinks they picked up English from eavesdropping on counselors, or campers.
That makes sense.
I like that they made a little island dedicated to the Hooga Hooga.
Mm-hmm.
The island has the only known entrance to a Hooga Hooga tunnel, he said. We didn't want to disrupt their comings and goings.
Wow.
So we learned a lot about the Hooga Hooga.
We did.
Doesn't like grape jelly, loves pad thai.
And cheese sandwiches.
I love grape jelly, pad thai, and cheese sandwiches. Man, I can really feel that I've been on a fast now that I'm talking about cheese sandwiches and pad thai. Mm-hmm. But that's Lansing's very own cryptid. And I love that because the best part about ghost stories and Bigfoot and stuff like that is that kind of fun element. That element when you're a kid and it's whispered on the school bus or at a campfire or at a sleepover or whatever, or your older sibling terrorizes you with it. It's kind of a joy to me. So I love that they're kind of sharing this kind of fun stuff with those kids who are already out there learning about nature. It makes me happy. It makes me smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what doesn't make me smile?
I don't know.
Japan, which is where we're heading for our next story right after this quick break. All right, Chell, you ready to head to Japan?
Sure.
Is that how you say it?
No.
How do you say it?
You mean Japan?
Yeah, in Japanese.
Nippon?
Nippon.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I knew that the moment you said it.
You definitely did.
Well, I chose to forget. It made me happier.
Okay.
This headline is from the Times of India. Or India Times, or it's weird. It's timesofindia.indiatimes.com.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. But the headline is, would you spend a night in a haunted house for 88,000 yen? Inside Japan's bizarre real estate job, proving homes are ghost-free.
Oh, man.
Have you heard about this?
No, I want to do that. That's my new job. Damn it.
Oh, no.
And that's not that much money.
It's $488 US.
Yes. Yeah, it's not that much money.
But it's for one day.
That's true.
And it's at night too, so you could even do something else and then go do that at night, maybe.
I guess.
Well, let's find out before you go getting your work permit.
That would be so cool. Okay, sorry.
I wonder what the snakes are like in Japan. Do you think they're soft?
Yes, I think they're soft.
Japan's unusual ghost investigation job is attracting attention as specialists are being hired to spend an entire night inside so-called haunted houses to prove they are free of paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's a real concern.
It is.
The service costs 88,000 yen per property and is helping owners sell or rent homes that have been abandoned because of their tragic past.
Mm-hmm. Also,
how many homes have a tragic past? Oh, it's Japan. Never mind.
And also, but also, in Japan, I think, once you've, had a home and then it goes, vacant, no one wants it anymore. They don't want it.
Yeah, like that scene in Toy Story. I don't want you anymore. And they drop him.
Yeah, like that.
The business has emerged as thousands of jikobuken. That's what it says. JIKOBUKKEN.
Okay. Yeah, it's close enough, at least.
Or stigmatized properties across Japan remain vacant, with many people refusing to buy or rent them because someone died under distressing circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
This, Chell, that should be your next comic. It could be this introvert girl who loves soft snakes who moves to Japan to investigate jikobuken for money because she's not good at because she tried to be an English instructor but was really bad at it and felt bad that she was teaching people English poorly.
Yeah.
That could be really funny, actually.
It might be okay.
She could encounter all kinds of fun ghosts. And watch people, and people could eat like anime characters, so it's really goofy.
Yeah, okay.
You're like, I'm kind of sold now.
Sure.
If I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I think you would be really funny. But anyway, what are Japan's jikobuken, or stigmatized properties, exactly? They're properties where a suicide, murder, fatal fire, or what Japan calls a, quote, lonely death, which is when an elderly person dies alone and remains undiscovered.
Aww.
Places where those things have occurred. This is exactly what I said. Oh, right, Japan. Oh, right, Japan. I was referring to this stuff immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever watch The Forest, the film about the Japanese suicide forest?
No, I don't think I have.
It was an okay horror movie, but there is a Japanese suicide forest, which is something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just for suicide. It's a place that a lot of people kill themselves.
It's very popular for suicide.
Yes, but it's not just for suicide.
No, it's just in the top 3.
Go there and walk around and not kill yourself.
Well, okay, but that's misleading the statistics though, because people who go there to kill themselves go and walk around as well.
Okay,
so you'd be like, most people just go there to walk around. Like twice as many people walk around as kill themselves. Like, but the people who kill themselves walk around too.
Yeah, okay.
I see what you're playing. I see you. You're like the Pew Research Fellows. One such 2-story house in Yokohama has reportedly remained empty for at least 5 years. Although the structure can be renovated into a comfortable home, its history has made it nearly impossible to attract buyers. According to Kazutoshi Kodama, sorry, an ad started playing in my ears while I was trying to pronounce Japanese at the same time.
Damn.
That was very challenging. Kazutoshi Kodama, president of property management company Kachimode, many Japanese people associate death with impurity and bad luck. Quote, death equates to impurity and misfortune, Kodama told DW, explaining that many people avoid even visiting such homes, let alone buying or renting them. Wow, they won't even visit them.
Wow.
To help property owners overcome these fears, Kachimode offers what is called a ghost investigation. Investigators stay inside the property from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. That's not even that long.
Mm-hmm.
using video cameras, audio recorders, thermography equipment, electromagnetic wave detectors, and sensors that monitor room temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, and noise levels. This is basically just being a home inspector, dude.
It's more like being a ghost hunter.
But in a home inspecty kind of way.
Yeah.
The objective is to verify that the house has been fully refurbished after the incident and to determine whether there is any evidence of ghosts, poltergeist activity, or other unexplained phenomena. After the overnight inspection, which costs 88,000 yen, the company provides a detailed report that real estate agents can share with potential buyers and tenants as evidence there are no lingering bad spirits. That sounds like a home inspector to me.
It kind of does, but now I'm thinking like this is a lot of work and I'll just keep home inspecting because at least I don't have to do it overnight.
That's true, but it's 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., so like you're going to sleep a good chunk of that.
Am I really going to, or do I have so much work to do? Because I got to like make sure there's no ghosts in this room and that room and check all the temperatures. Maybe I can't sleep. Maybe I have to stay awake the whole time to make sure. What if when I'm sleeping, the ghosts come out and they don't wake me up and they're just hanging out?
I think it's probably much more automated than you'd think.
I don't know. And then you got to write a report.
That's true. Kodama also works with a university professor who specializes in monitoring supernatural phenomena, which makes the service one of its kind in Japan. Kodama admitted that the equipment has occasionally recorded unusual incidents, including video cameras unexpectedly stopping and microphones malfunctioning. However, he said that in the overwhelming majority of cases, the supposed paranormal activity cannot be reproduced and is dismissed as an isolated occurrence.
Yeah.
So that's what they want you to think. No matter what happens, they just say it's not haunted.
I mean, it probably isn't good for anyone if they say it's haunted. But then again, like if somebody new moves in or buys it or whatever, and it is haunted, can you like sue them?
I would. I would sue the hell out of them.
Well, I mean, maybe there's like a thing on it that says like this is just a snapshot of when we were there, and that you can't prove it for sure, and the most you can claim is what the inspection cost.
He added that there are a small number of properties where unexplained events reportedly continue over extended periods, making them especially difficult to rent or sell. Japanese law requires estate agents to disclose the history of stigmatized properties to prospective buyers and tenants. Dedicated websites even list the locations of such homes and explain why they earned their label. As a result, landlords are often forced to slash rents by around 30% in major cities, while in smaller towns, rents can fall by 50%.
Wow.
Some homes remain vacant for 500 days, and Kodama said he knows of one property that stayed empty for more than 1,000 days, despite repeated attempts to find tenants.
Wow.
The issue is becoming more significant as Japan's vacant homes continue to rise. A government survey conducted in late 2024 found that the country had 9 million empty homes, representing 13.8% of all residential properties.
Wow.
While population decline, inheritance disputes, and aging communities contribute to the problem, cultural beliefs surrounding death also play a major role. They're in trouble. That's not great.
Yeah.
That is not great.
I mean, there's places around here that have lots of vacant houses. I don't know.
I don't think it's because no one wants to live there. I think it's just that, unless it's geographically, like, it's not close to work. But it's not like I don't want to live there because of the cursed bent neck ghost thing.
Maybe that's just why people say they don't want to live there, but there's really like other things, like they're trying to be polite. It's like the house is like falling down. They're like, there's ghosts. I'm sure someone will want it, but there's ghosts.
Yeah. It wasn't the faucet. No, it wasn't that faucet. Well, when we take a break, we're going to get ourselves nice and cozy and tuck away in a little drawer. You'll see what I mean right after this. So, Chell,
Yes.
have you ever opened a drawer in your home or never?
No.
Not once?
No.
Damn. Lucky, I guess. Have you ever opened a drawer at your house or your mom's house or whatever and found something and been like, holy crap, I totally forgot about that?
Sure.
Can you think of an example?
No.
Was it like an item from your childhood or like something you were saving for some reason?
How about like just a t-shirt that I didn't know I still had? Sure.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
What if instead of that, you found an incredibly rare fossil?
That I had for my childhood?
Well, I mean, it would be older than your childhood, so that's not impossible.
Okay. That would be fine.
This Huffington Post article really caught my attention because the headline is Rare Dinosaur Fossil from Antarctica Found Tucked Away in a Drawer. The priceless titanosaur fossil was discovered in 1985 during an expedition to Antarctica, but was tucked away for decades, only being found recently.
Okay.
The bone comes from the tail of a long-necked plant-eating dinosaur called titanosaur. Scientists haven't yet identified the species it belongs to. It was discovered in 1985 during an expedition to Antarctica's James Ross Island and collected by geologist Mike Thompson. Working with the British Antarctic Survey, Thompson was mapping the area's rock layers and collected marine reptile fossils to help with future dating efforts. He recorded the find as a large reptile. Decades later, paleontologist Mark Evans spotted the bone in the British Antarctic Survey's collections and wondered whether it might be a dinosaur. He and other researchers analyzed the shape of the bone and compared it to other complete dinosaur remains, confirming their discovery. The findings were published on Monday in the Journal of Acta Paleontologica Polonica. Yeah, I did fine.
Yeah.
I will say, like, how dumb would you feel? Like, oh, nobody ever thought to look in that drawer. I don't know. It's just over there on that side of the room. Like the lighting's not good there. It's just, that's not where we really spend our time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not in the drawer marked really rare lost Antarctic fossils.
Yeah.
So we just didn't notice it. Do what?
The sock drawer.
The sock drawer. Yeah, it just said socks, and then under it said and other stuff. And I didn't even think what other stuff could be.
I just thought it was underwear or something.
Yeah, or just different kinds of socks, or like those socks that are kind of slipper socks. Didn't know.
Yeah.
What a gaffe. But also, like, it was logged as a large reptile bone in Antarctica. Wouldn't you think somebody would go, hey, maybe that's a dinosaur? Because that's like much more likely than a large reptile.
No, because dinosaurs are really old. So
like, yeah, so is Antarctica.
I guess.
You're like, I guess. How old would you say Antarctica is?
I don't know, like really old.
Yeah,
like
at
least as old as me, if not.
Well played. Dinosaur fossils are rare to find in Antarctica because of the unforgiving ice caps, but millions of years ago, when this dinosaur lived, the region was populated by lush forests, a, quote, rather different and much more hospitable place than we think of today, said study co-author Paul Barrett with the Natural History Museum in London. Don't worry, Chell, it would still have like the 3 months of just nighttime.
Okay. As long as it could be like warm, but also nighttime, that's fine.
I like how when we talk about Antarctica, you're like, I only want to go during the time when they're positive people will go insane.
Yeah. Please.
At about 23 feet or 7 meters long, the dinosaur was small for its group and may have been young when it died.
Oh, no.
Well, now I'm sad. Show's over. The dinosaur was, scientists don't know how the creature met its end, but they think its body floated away from the coast and sank to the sea floor, becoming fossilized in marine rock. Technology has come a long way since the dinosaur tailbone was first found, allowing researchers to peer inside the bones and gain even more detail and information about ancient creatures. Thompson died in 2020 before the fossil was identified as belonging to a dinosaur. Well, at least he didn't have to feel dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
And just walk into his nursing home. Hey, idiot. Guess what? This was a dinosaur people were like looking for. So anyway, you suck.
And he'd be like, who are you?
Who are you? How'd you get in here? What do you want from me? Take the silverware and go. Quote, if he were still with us, he would be delighted to know what this was, Evans, a study co-author, said. I don't know. I feel like I'm right.
I think he'd be delighted, but sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like my answer more, but okay.
I mean, sometimes you just have a bone in a drawer, and then someone's like, hey, there's a dinosaur bone, and you're like, really? That's awesome. So, I don't know.
You're like, say what, homie? No cap?
Yeah, those things.
So before we take a break and look into a shocking mystery, I think I've asked you this before, but when you were growing up, did anybody ever talk about the Jersey Devil?
No, we
were talking about cryptid.
That.
I had a feeling the answer was no, because it sounds like nobody you hung out with cared about cool, scary stuff.
I mean, pretty much. And also, yes, my family was not from New Jersey.
No, so but you lived in South Jersey for a long time.
No, I lived in Central New Jersey.
I think this is because I lived in... No. I'm not saying you just lived in... No, I think because I only lived in North Jersey, I see that as South Jersey.
Okay.
like, I'm not trying to pull something on you, but I'm like, oh man, that was a formative time in my life. I think I have that little, like, unintentional, like, like a grandma who's a little racist and doesn't know it. Like, I totally think I have like the smallest bit of like, well, that ain't North Jersey. That's South Jersey. Like, because I lived in North Jersey, and it doesn't take a lot to pick up on the attitude towards South Jersey. Did Central Jersey have an attitude like, whoa, we're not South Jersey?
Yeah, because no one believes that Central New Jersey's there. And it's like, it's in the middle. It's right in the middle. Like, what do you mean it's not real? So, yeah.
I mean, but in defense, I won't say you grew up in South Jersey, but you did grow up much closer to the Pine Barrens than most people.
Yeah, but most of the people that I grew up near weren't New Jersey, like native people. They had moved from New York for the most part. Or
that checks out.
From like other countries. Like it wasn't like they were like Pineys in my town or something. So
man, if I had grown up in that part of Jersey, I almost said South Jersey. If I had grown up in that part of Jersey, I would have been like hungry for Jersey Devil stories like immediately.
Yeah. You'd have to know about it first though.
Oh, I would know because I knew about the Jersey Devil when I was a teenager.
I know.
Because I watched the History Channel and stuff.
They're just that cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what all the kids in school said when they beat me up. They were like, "You're so cool!" Punch.
Well, it's because they were ashamed of how cool you were, and they felt jealous. That's
fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Hey, loser! Let's see if the Loch Ness monster helps this bleeding stop. Punch. That was my.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about a shocking mystery revealed after this. We're back, and now we're heading to the New York Post. Ooh. The headline reads, Shocking Mystery Revealed in Centuries-Old Royal Tombs at Queen's Monastery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Queens, like the place? Queens?
No.
Oh.
I also thought it meant Queens.
Oh.
When researchers... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
When researchers in Barcelona recently opened centuries-old royal tombs, they uncovered a startling mystery. Several contained the wrong people.
Yeah, I could see that.
You feel like that's a normal thing?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
How does that happen?
Maybe they get stolen and somebody else puts someone in there, or they get lost. I don't know how that happens.
They're dead.
So they're like, hey, open thing.
Fair enough. The exhumations took place at the Royal Monastery of Santa Maria de Pedralbes in Pedralbes? I've never seen that word in my entire life. In Barcelona, Spain, a nearly 700-year-old Gothic monastery founded by Queen Elisenda Monticara. So that's the queen.
Okay.
Sorry. The wife of King James II of Aragon, Elisenda, founded the monastery in 1326, and to mark its 700th anniversary, researchers wrapped up a multidisciplinary investigation into its medieval tombs.
Oh.
I like this multidisciplinary.
I guess would archaeologists and some
multiple
people.
disciplines. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was like, hey, we're going to have to beat you guys up for doing a bad job.
And then we're going to give you a really good talking to.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take away your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Local officials have now shared the first results of a 3-year excavation and research project, which provided several unexpected discoveries. They found that many of the remains did not belong to the people assigned to the tombs. Quote, one of the project's most significant findings is that the opening of several tombs showed that identities historically assigned to them do not necessarily correspond with the remains found inside, the release noted, which was translated from Catalan. Of course it was. In the tomb of Artal de Fosses, researchers found no male individual. Instead, they discovered the remains of 5 people, 2 adult women and 3 children.
Oh.
The sheer number of skeletons found was surprising, said whoa, I've never seen that name. It's Henrique. Enric instead of Enrico. Henrique.
Interesting.
That would be a form of my name.
Yeah.
Henrique Couto, communications officer for the Royal Monastery of Santa Maria de Pedralbes. Couto told Fox News Digital that researchers were not expecting to find the remains of 25 people in 8 tombs, and were even more surprised to find over 200 archaeological samples, including funerary offerings and preserved plants. Quote, the openings have shown reopenings and subsequent alterations, which means that we do not always find the person identified with the tomb. So actually, your insight was actually pretty dead on there, Chell.
Yay. I guess.
Does it feel good?
I mean, no, not really. But
no?
Yeah, yay. Anyway, I guess.
I mean, celebrate every victory. That's what I say.
Okay.
You're like, no. Quote, this is the case of the tomb of Francesca Saportella, a second abscess of the monastery, where abbess of the monastery, where at least 9 individuals of late chronologies have been found, some with edge weapon wounds, as well as a female trunk mummified with fetal remains, added Hooga. Ew.
That's weird.
Yeah. The abbess is not there in any of the identified remains. Ooh, so she's missing. There was a lot of bone stealing for a while there, too. If you were like a big deal, especially if you were a saint. If you were a saint, people were stealing your bones. It was really weird. Because then people would come to wherever the bones were to pray to them. So you'd be like, yeah, we get all your tourism dollars.
Yeah.
It's weird imagining tourism dollars before like cars and stuff, like, and trains. Like the idea, like, they're tourists. They walked, 80 miles to be here and like slept in huts along the way when people were kind. Like it's a very different world. He said it was, quote, reassuring to find that the wooden box preserving the queen's tomb dated to the medieval period and remained in excellent condition. Researchers found that Queen Elisenda was buried in simple, modest clothing despite being a queen, and that her remains showed health conditions commonly associated with old age. Good for her. You want to know what the conditions associated with old age are?
No, I want to know what the health conditions that they found specifically.
Oh, I don't know if they're going to tell you.
Fine.
Thanks to archaeobotanical analysis, I nailed that. We have been able to identify several different funerary rites with plants associated with body preparation, such as rosemary, and also floral offerings with a symbolic component, he added. The subsequent reopening of some tombs gives us a lot of information about the funerary culture. Inside some tombs, some wrapped in bundles, we have found many objects from the daily life of the period. Additional DNA testing is planned through 2027. So far, researchers have recovered about 6% of Queen Elisanda's genome, allowing them to make preliminary estimates about some of her pigmentation traits. I guess you want to know how olive-skinned she was, or skinned, depending on where you're from. Where I'm from, they say skinned. Hooga added that all the research was done with the approval of the monastery's community of nuns.
That's important.
I guess, but they took a vow of silence, so that's pretty easy to get.
Oh, yeah, they're just like, don't say anything if you think this is okay.
Yeah.
And they're like shaking their heads no, and they're like, oh, okay, so it's fine then.
If anything we're doing you don't like, just speak up and we'll stop immediately.
Yeah.
And they just knock over a vase, like it's just like being needless to. However, Queen Elisanda's final will shall always be honored, which stipulates that all remains studied must be returned to the monastery to be interred in the same location where they originally were buried, said Hooga. Overall, Hooga says the results have provided, quote, significant insights regarding the 14th century. Once all the samples have been analyzed, this information on the burials of a female power center will enable an understanding of medieval Catalan society, he said.
Yay.
I mean, do you feel like your understanding of medieval Catalan society is lacking? You need
I do.
That's heartbreaking, isn't it?
I mean, not really, but it is always good to know more.
Well played. Harsh but fair. I was only going to be a little mean to the Catalans, being that I'm Galician.
Oh.
So, I mean, pretty much Galician.
That's nice.
I even have the eyes. That's the weirdest part. When I first looked up Galicians, they have a specific shade of hazel.
Oh.
And when I found that, I was like, wait, like my weird shade of hazel that I literally only my grandpa and my dad are the only two people I've ever seen have that shade of hazel. I looked and it was like, yeah, that shade of hazel. And I was like, holy crap, that's really weird. Because I meet people who say they have hazel eyes, and I'm like, they don't look anything like my eyes. You're not going to be able to see it.
I can't because you're the glasses.
Sorry, pal. Maybe later I'll let you look. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, divers are excavating a lake when they stumble upon something a bit eerie right after this. We're heading to popularmechanics.com.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you've always been saying, why don't we do more popular mechanics stories?
Right. Yeah.
And honestly, it's starting to it's been getting kind of frustrating how often you bring it up.
I'm sorry. I just need to make sure that one day we'll do one. And apparently we're going to. So maybe I'll lay off and only say it 10 times a day instead of, I don't remember how many I'm doing now.
I'll believe it when I see it. Divers excavated a lake and stumbled upon a haunting ancient face.
Oh.
You're like, oh, that's not that interesting. I thought it was going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Wood usually doesn't get 1,000 years to survive, but in the right anaerobic wetland or underwater conditions, water can lock away a piece of the past long after almost everything around it has rotted. That's why the wooden face from Poland's Lake Lednica is such a strange little survivor. In 2025, scientists from Nicolaus Copernicus University, Center for Underwater Archaeology, and the Museum of the First Piasts in Lednica found the carved face submerged in Lake Lednica. The face was carved into an oak structural timber known as a hook beam, specifically beam number 353 from a section of the stronghold rampart that had collapsed into the lake.
Wow.
Oh, good. I was afraid it was number 352.
Yeah, that'd have been bad.
That's my favorite of them, and I don't want anything bad to happen.
No.
The preserved timber is 1.34 meters long. The face sits about 50 centimeters from the end of the hook, and on the outer, narrower side of the trapezoidal branch section, the carving itself measures about 12 centimeters tall and 9 centimeters wide. It's small.
No idea what size that is at all.
I'm so glad Chell was the one who said the American exceptionalism thing this time and not me.
I mean, I can barely use the measurements that we use and understand what that means. I don't know how big any of these things is.
It sounds small to me at 12 centimeters tall.
I think centimeters are small ones, but I'm not sure how small they are. I think they're smaller than inches.
Yes, they are. 4.7 inches is 12 centimeters.
Oh, okay. So it's like 2 thumbs plus a little bit more.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
See, there you go. You get it.
Yeah. Now I
understand.
understand.
Good job, pal.
Yeah, it's not
you
that
did
big.
It. No, it's pretty small. With mottled eyes, nose, mouth, cheeks, brows, and a triangular or bearded chin.
Huh.
Experts estimate that the tree from which the face and beam were carved fell in the year 967.
Which one?
That would be AD.
Oh. I mean, it's not as cool as BC, but still, that's a long time.
Meaning the carving has existed for over a millennia.
Wow.
It's a long time.
You know.
This was around the same time that the founder of the Polish state, Mieszko I, was baptized, and Poland shifted into a state of Christian assimilation.
Oh.
Yeah, they thought that was bad, and then it was like, just wait till the communists get here. This isn't the first face of its kind to be discovered. Similar depictions have been found in other Slavic cities, including Wolin, Novgorod the Great, and Staraya Ladoga. Ladoga. Oh, I said that right. According to experts, consistencies between these finds suggest that the beam found at Lednica reflects a local artistic and spiritual tradition, rather than Scandinavian or Rus influence. In short, the recent discovery is just one piece in the larger puzzle of medieval Slavic life.
Okay.
How often in your day do you feel you're upset by lacking pieces of the puzzle of medieval Slavic life?
I mean, at least once or every other day, I guess.
That's tough to live with.
Yeah. And I don't really feel like I'm ever going to get everything I need about medieval Slavic life. So.
But you got to hold to your hope.
I guess. It's not worth it.
Ouch. Quote, this discovery not only evokes admiration for the craftsmanship from over 1,000 years ago, but also opens a fascinating discussion about the spiritual life of early medieval Slavs. Andrezev Pydyn, it's Pydyn, I give up.
I don't know.
Director of the Center for Underwater Archaeology at NCU, said in the press release. The beam appears to have belonged to the settlement's defensive rampart, but what was the face doing there? The paper's author argue that it was probably associated with a deity or hero meditating between people and the spiritual world. Mediating between people and the spiritual world. That fit the wider symbolic reading, but it doesn't name the face, prove a cult, or settle whether the carving was meant to guard the rampart, mark power, or do something else entirely.
See, this is when I feel like we're trying too hard. It's like maybe someone just really wanted to carve faces.
That could be
a nice face. They were like, look at this face I carved.
Would it be so funny if in a millennia somebody's like, what is this? And it's like, haha, it's my uncle. You're so stupid. Other evidence supports the idea of being part of the spiritual practices of medieval Slavic society. The researchers also discovered horse jaws and bones around the ramparts, which may have come from ritual offerings or protective sacrifices. Popek said from NCU said. The team also found similar bones underneath houses.
Oh.
The artifact has already become one of Poland's best-known archaeological finds from 2025. In January of 2026, the beam with the face was named Unique Artifact of 2025 in the Archaeological Sensations poll organized by Archeologia Zwaya. Yeah, I know I read that every day. The broader Lake Lednica project also won recognition for popularized research, and Popek's image of the face won the best archaeological photo. Which, believe it or not, in this article, they did not include that photo.
I was wondering.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good job, everybody. The wood face is a priceless monument and a rare example of an item combining utility and symbolic function. A post from the Museum of the First Pietists in Lednica read, "The discovery from Lake Lednica is not only impressive, but also opens new questions about the life, culture, and spirituality of the inhabitants of these lands from over 1,000 years ago." So I guess there is some hope, Chell, even if you don't want to hold on to any of it anymore.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's nice to know for the other people who want to hold on to the hope.
Who haven't lost their sense of faith in this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just been too long for me.
I get it, man. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about UAPs, which are not UAPs, they're UFOs. I'm standing on that hill.
Aerial phenomena.
Unidentified flying object. It's way better. UAP. Right after this. We're heading to defensescoop.com.
Oh.
Which is another site I know you've always told me, why don't you ever use defensescoop.com?
Yeah, but I don't say it every day.
No, you just brought it up here and there. Usually like at that funeral when I was really sad and you were like, "Hey, it's all right. Why don't we ever use defensescoop.com on the show?" And I was like, "I don't know." It was a good day, I guess.
I was trying to take your mind off it. Jeez.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Then you ate almost all of the shrimp at the little table.
It was they're there for people to eat. What do you want?
I just didn't think that they meant for one person to eat all of it.
No one else was having them.
Well, yeah, they were all visiting and paying their respects.
I said something. I mean, I said, "I'm not sure who you are or why I'm here, but I'm sorry."
And also, defensescoop.com would probably be a good source for some stuff.
Yeah.
For some news stories. Jeez.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the Christmas at Rachel's family? Her dad came to us when we were walking in and said, "Hey, I accidentally ordered way more shrimp cocktail than I thought." Did I ever tell you that story? He literally just tells us he ordered pounds instead of ounces or something ridiculous.
Oh,
so there was literally just bags and bags and bags of shrimp.
Oh, God.
So he said, "Please eat as much as you want." I ate 3 full plates of shrimp and I didn't even eat all of it. I mean, there was so much left. I was just the best day of my life was the day I was told, "Please eat as much shrimp as you possibly can." I was just like, I'm going for the high score. Anyway, the headline reads, "Pentagon investigating mysterious UAP event reported by the Navy near Virginia's coast."
Oh, okay.
And then after that it says, "But it's a UFO because nobody cares what a UAP is because it's stupid. It sounds stupid." Experts in the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office are investigating a report that the U.S. Navy, from the U.S. Navy involving roughly 100 mysterious airborne objects and watercraft that were recorded operating off the coast of Virginia.
Okay. So, drones?
I would hope, I guess. AARO's fiscal year 2025 consolidated annual report on unidentified anomalous phenomena released this week, briefly disclosing that modern military accounts of UAPs swarming near a U.S. installation were a lot.
Oh.
A lack of timely and actionable sensor data continues to constrain AARO's ability to resolve cases, officials wrote in the 14-page review. Launched under the Biden administration in 2022 to fulfill a mandate in that year's National Defense Authorization Act, AARO is charged with detecting mysterious objects reported across the air, land, sea, and space domains that could threaten national security or endanger military operations, and resolving the intent and origin of those recorded UAPs. Congress made the directive to establish the office partly in response to mounting concerns that some UAP could be high-tech drones or other next-generation military platforms produced by U.S. adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Chell is probably right. Must be nice.
It's not.
The Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2023 required the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense to jointly submit unclassified reports summarizing all UAP incidents and intelligence assessments for the Congress annually for 4 years thereafter. All UAP-related events added into AARO's caseload between June 2nd, 24 and May 30th, 2025, and incidents occurring within any past reporting period that were not recorded in previous reports are included in the latest congressionally mandated analysis. This is very dry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is why I wanted you to go from this news site.
You son of a bitch!
It's just perfect this way.
Over the course of that year, AARO received 319 UAP reports in total, 284 featuring UAP-related events from the reporting period and 25 occurring between 2010 and 2024. AARO resolved 114 of the 319 UAP reports, each attributable to various prosaic objects such as balloons, birds, satellites, aircraft, UAS, and a single instance each of a rocket launch and a manned jetpack.
Wow.
That guy's so cool.
Yeah.
They confirmed that the office's case holdings contained 1,870 reports as of May 30th, 2025.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Notably, 2 cases in the current period, quote, described electronic or avionic interference as attributable to UAP in proximity to an operational aircraft, according to officials. The office has not yet determined whether or to what extent those reported effects were due to UAP. Among other new initiatives in the pipeline, AARO officials revealed that the office is currently developing a formalized process for handling UAP-derived materials by an appropriate line organization. Quote, should such materials ever come into the government's possession. That was dry. Very dry. It was interesting, though. That's a lot of reports.
Yeah, that is a lot of reports. I'm surprised that they don't call AARO just Arrow.
I didn't call it Arrow for whatever reason. It probably is called Arrow.
I mean, who knows, really?
Who could ever know?
How would we ever find out?
The shadow knows.
Oh.
Ta-da! Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to cover our last little spooky news story because I am mad about us covering Catalan. So I'm using this story to get my revenge, and it'll make you happy, Chell.
No.
At least a little bit. Right after this. Chell?
No.
You are... No. No. You are going to be so happy we are heading back to popularmechanics.com.
Oh, really?
For real.
Yay.
Yeah. And we're also heading to Galicia.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We're not.
Everybody can laugh at me. It's not in Galicia. It's Galatian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I read the headline. Or I read the subheadline and it said Galatian Castle. I thought it was Galician Castle, because my people are from Galicia. Oh, well, we're going to read it anyway.
Okay.
I can't believe that. That's so funny and so sad. I was so excited.
We could pretend that it's Galicia and you could just fill that in.
It's going to be hard because it's actually in Ukraine.
Oh.
Archaeologists, the headline is, archaeologists found a mysterious secret chamber beneath a 12th century castle.
Oh.
It's kind of cool.
Hmm.
You don't like secret compartments?
I mean, I think they're pretty cool. I think I'm just annoyed because I don't ever find any. So,
that makes sense. Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
See, I found a couple, but I'm not going to lie. Like, it wasn't, I was just like, hell yeah, I found a couple. I was like, whoa, dude. Like, this is pretty neat.
Yeah, I actually found one in a house I was inspecting. That was cool.
What?
Yeah, there was a in the dining room, there was a big shelving unit that was built into the wall. Like, because it was built in like the 1920s or 1910s or something. Yeah. Really nice shelving unit. And I'm like looking around and I'm like, wait, how do you get to the attic? And it was like you had to like open the shelving unit. It was like seated in the wall and it was actually a big door to the attic.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had a house big enough to put like a secret door. I don't.
You could totally take one of your rooms and just put a
Yeah, but then people will be like,
it.
why does your house have so few rooms when it's so big on the outside?
They probably wouldn't notice, honestly. Like, because when I go into a space, I'm confused. So
I think that's a you thing.
Maybe.
Like, what's happening? Where am I?
But when I go into a new house, like I don't expect there to be something where there isn't. So I think you can get away with it.
Well, 2-bedroom houses are also not super common out here. For 300 years, one vaulted space inside Ukraine's historic Galatian castle sat cut off from the rest of the ruin. When archaeologists finally discovered the room in 2025, the first clues point toward something military. Soot-darkened walls, a ventilation shaft, and a chamber sturdy enough to have belonged to a defensive or weapons-related part of the castle. The castle, prominent in the 12th through 17th centuries in the western Ukraine city of Halch, or Heilik. Heilik is probably it. That sounds more Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Has long been an attraction. When archaeologists from the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine noticed a ventilation shaft among a tower's ruins, it led to an unknown room that hasn't been used for 300 years. Most likely it had been cut off from the rest of the castle since the Turkish-Polish War of 1676, when bombardment buried or blocked parts of the structure. The shaft itself was too narrow to use an entrance. Vladimir Olenik, Director General of the ancient Gallic National Reserve, told Heritage Daily that crews had to remove over 5,200 cubic feet of soil and rubble by hand to access the room.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Also, America needs to start having more spooky news because, I'm struggling with some of these foreign names that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. Olenek said that the manual labor was key to ensuring artifacts were not damaged and the integrity of the structure wasn't compromised while accessing the chamber. Once inside, archaeologists found evidence that suggested the room was likely a casemate, a fortified space for storing and testing weapons. The walls carried dark soot stains, and the ventilation shaft could have helped pull smoke out of the space. A casemate, a fortified chamber used for weapon storage or firing positions, remained one possible explanation, but Ukrainian reports said the same kind of space could have served as a vault, arsenal, prison, treasury, archive, or court-linked storage area.
Wow.
I mean, I think we should go even further than that. Maybe that was where they kept the the server room, for the castle, when you go to the big corporate buildings, they have the server room.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it was the server room.
I mean, that sounds good. And maybe the servers went on fire, which is why there's all that soot down there.
Yeah, see?
Because they weren't good at cooling them back in the day.
Yeah, they were still figuring it out.
Yeah.
They didn't have germ theory or water cooling theory.
Yeah.
By 2025, one sealed chamber widened to a large entrance tower excavation. Archaeologists were still working around the entrance gate and looking for additional underground spaces near the chamber first identified in 2023. Archaeologist Yuri Lukomsky said the tower may contain 6 vaults in all, 3 on a lower level and 3 deeper spaces suggested by ventilation chambers. The Galician castle, sometimes known as Staresta Castle, was originally a wooden fortress from 12th century and was built along the Dnester River in the 14th century. Casimir III the Great. I was going to say the third but it was then the Great. Casimir III the Great led major renovations, after which the castle was used as a residence. In the early 17th century, architect Francisco Corazzini designed a remodel, but not even a century later, the Turks' army sieged the castle with cannons during the Turkish-Polish War. Experts believe that bombing of the castle buried the ventilation shaft, covering the recently rediscovered room.
And all the servers. Got it.
And all the servers were blocked out, which would be awful to have like network connectivity issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
The team also located a small gap in the chamber's walls that could lead to further exploration, with a legend circulating throughout the city that the castle site features secret underground passages. One such story tells of how a love-struck daughter of a high-ranking official escaped with her chosen man, all thanks to her maid bribing castle guards. Any little clue about the existence of such tunnels would add a fresh level of intrigue to the site. I still would have been nicer if this was Galicia, but whatever.
Sorry.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yeah.
Well, I tried. And at least I brought you another popular mechanics thing. I had to check because I only knew a little bit. Galicia in Spain and Galicia in Eastern Europe, spanning modern-day Western Ukraine and Southern Poland, share a name by pure coincidence.
Oh.
With entirely different origins and locations.
Oh, sorry.
Also, they're being a little harsh. Part of Galicia is in Portugal.
Oh.
That's where my family's from.
Yeah.
It's Galicia in Portugal. Bastards. Although it is funny, I heard that a lot of Galicians, they just consider themselves Galician. So one day somebody would come and be like, you're going to have to pay Portuguese taxes. They'd be like, I'm in Portugal? Like, that was like how it would go. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about one of the most uncanny animatronic dolls to ever proliferate the Carney and beyond in the United States. Right after this. During the break, I introduced Chell to a laughing Sal, which is a creepy kind of animatronic doll that was popular in carnivals for a very long time. It looks like a kind of big woman, and she laughs hysterically when you pay. And it is, a lot of people have described it as horrific and nightmare-inducing. I would have to agree that it is pretty creepy.
I mean, it's creepy. I definitely wouldn't go so far to say horrific or nightmare-inducing. But, you know.
Until you're in a room with one in the dark, you know?
I mean, I guess.
You're like, I don't know, is it soft like a snake? I'll never forget. Well, today our topic for this month is from Atlas Obscura. They have a little story about Laughing Sal. The headline is, or the name of the article is The Story of Laughing Sal, the World's Most Uncanny Animatronic Doll. 6 feet tall and pure nightmare, she was once one of America's most popular funhouse amusements.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, my question, and I'm sure we'll go into it, is were people scared of her? Did they just really like that she laughed? Like, what was going on?
I think laughing, that's the problem, is that it laughs, and laughter can, very quickly be threatening. Plus, the older the Sal gets, the more it becomes like, oh God, it's laughing, and like the recording is of a dead person laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that used to be a thing people used to say about why they hated sitcoms? They would say those are dead people laughing because those are recordings from like the 40s that they're still using for the laugh tracks. They used to claim that.
Wow.
Those are dead people laughing.
Wow.
Red Skelton I believe. A lot of the laugh track you heard in the early sitcoms was from a Red Skelton performance. Because there was a large portion of his show that was recorded for a record where he does pantomime. So there's all these laughs, but you don't hear anything else.
Okay.
So that's what I heard. That could be completely inaccurate, but I heard that.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, fine.
But I could be wrong.
You don't think, I mean, I'm not saying that's the only thing they use. I was just saying that was one of the earliest laugh tracks they used was from a Red Skelton performance.
Okay.
I'm sure that they, upgraded it later on.
I mean, I think and there were a lot of live studio audience laugh things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but sometimes they would have to augment it or fake it, or they'd have to reshoot something and they would just fake it.
But even if they were dead people laughing, a lot of the people in sitcoms are dead too now.
Well, this was a thing people were saying in the 70s.
Oh, okay. They're just being jerks.
There weren't as many dead people on TV then, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
You'll know her by the trail of sobbing children. Follow the line of confused faces and you'll find the 6-foot-tall, freckled, curly-haired, gap-toothed animatronic monstrosity. That's beautifully written right there. As an antique that's still in use, there's something both dated and timeless about her. Her outsides are papier-mâché, her insides are carefully set springs and gears, and she moves with the confidence of an alien spy testing their human body in disguise. I love this article. Atlas Obscura, if you've never read them, they're great for stuff like this, for folklore and haunted roads and stuff, and they're always really well written.
Cool.
And laughs in a pitch that conjures visions of demons or the final thing you see before you die. She is Laughing Sal, a horror show designed to brighten your day. So many things that are meant to be cute and funny become creepy somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, clowns, that's fascinating to me. I don't find clowns particularly scary unless you make them scary, like you make them like bloody or something. I don't generally find clowns creepy at all. And I think it's fascinating that some people just find clowns so creepy.
I don't like them.
You don't like clowns?
No.
What's the matter? Don't you think we're fucking funny?
No.
From a movie.
Yeah, but I don't.
So is it all clowns?
Pretty much.
What about mimes?
I think mimes are really interesting, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Like snakes?
Yes, like snakes.
No, please.
No, I don't know. I just think that, actually, if you're good at, pantomiming and stuff, I think that's really cool, because I'm not that good at it.
It's a hard skill. Michelle is trying to put herself in a box. I actually am not bad at it, but I did go to clowning school.
Yeah, you did.
And I was training to be a mime.
Oh, there you go.
Well, later on, I decided I wanted to be a talking mime.
Okay.
I think I've told you that story.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
That's why I left. Turns out the main instructor was a mime. I didn't know that because they don't do the class in their getup.
Oh.
I guess I thought it was funny because I was kind of crapping on how silly miming is. Because when you talk as a mime, you're going like, whoa, I guess I'm stuck in a box now. What's happening? Okay, yeah. I'm fine. I'm going to climb this ladder. Boy, I don't feel like I'm going anywhere. I'm going to walk this dog. Oh, the dog's walking me. And that's what I did. And he did not laugh once. Yeah. And that's when I was like, maybe I should just quit. I'm not that good. I was also really bad at physical humor.
Oh.
They put me in remedial physical comedy.
Jeez.
I was really bad. Anyway.
I kind of can't believe that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I'm good at physical comedy?
I mean, I don't know, but I just kind of figured you would be.
Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, because that's like a scar that probably will never fade.
It's okay. I believe in you.
Thank you. I messed up. I should have been a clown. All right. While you may have never laid eyes on a Laughing Sal personally, she permeated our pop culture in ways that few other dolls have. Sal's appeared in The Princess Diaries, the classic noir Woman on the Run, and Fritz Lang's thriller M. Just M. It looked like M. Her. M. Her manic laughter is hidden deep within the background of Neutral Milk Hotel's in the aeroplane over the sea.
Huh.
You a Neutral Milk Hotel person?
No, but I know of them.
Yeah, me too. I don't have any negative opinion.
Yeah,
I've heard a song or two and liked it fine.
Mm-hmm.
And she's made appearances in nearly any episode of television set at an amusement park, the arena she originally was designed to haunt.
Mm-hmm.
There's a laughing Sal in the carnival scene in Darkman, and that's the first time I noticed it.
Oh, okay.
It's very creepy. There was a time when There was a time when the U.S. was blanketed in an army of Sals constructed by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company.
Wow.
Based in Germantown, Pennsylvania.
That's
close enough?
No, that's probably Philly, because there's a neighborhood called Germantown. So
okay.
So
they don't have a Butter Street Monster, but
Yeah.
A manufacturer that specialized in building amusement park rides and attractions since 1904. This mostly meant wooden roller coasters, according to the PTC. 82 of them are still in operation today. That's good. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Carousels, skee-ball machines, and Crazy Daisy rides. Those teacups that twirl.
Oh, okay.
But in the 1930s, the PTC got into paper mache.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this. It all comes around. They subcontracted the work to Canton, Ohio's Old King Coal Company. I've heard of Old King Coal Company.
Huh.
Canton is like 3.5 hours away from me, but it's my state, damn it. Who first used their thrifty construction techniques to more exotically decorate the rides before constructing standalone figures. Early contracts included one with RCA to mass-produce replicas of Nipper, the sweet pooch attentively listening to a phonograph, and to department stores around the country to build laughing animatronic Santa Clauses displayed during Christmas.
Oh,
so that's where it was. Oh, you got nervous over that. You don't like the idea of a laughing animatronic Santa?
No, I don't like that.
Ho, ho, ho.
No, it sounds bad.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. And he just looks down at you. Not you. You can tell. Lousy anti-Semitic animatronic Santa.
Yeah.
One day, someone had the clever idea the latter may be more valuable, if not relegated to seasonal employment. As Bill Luca, creative director of the Dark Carnival ride fan site Laugh in the Dark, they got that from an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode that makes me, he even spelled LAFF, Laugh in the Dark. Described it. I love that episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
It's the most fun you'll have in the park when you're laughing in the dark. I love that. Oh, I want to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
We should watch that. I'll bring I have all the DVD sets. I should bring it next time I visit.
Okay.
We'll go down memory lane. We'll watch that and some Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Described in his history of Sal, the Santa modification involved, quote, substituting a woman's head and legs, making some anatomical enhancements, and dressing the figure in a frumpy dress, jacket, and hat. I guess that would do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about how creepy Laughing Sal is. And these photos are creepy. Right after this. Before we talk more about Laughing Sal, Chell.
What?
How often did you go? How often did you go to like a carnival or anything like that? Did you ever go to the boardwalk or anything? Jeez.
Yeah, I've gone to boardwalks a couple times.
Yeah, because you're from not South Jersey.
Yeah, there's other boardwalks that aren't in South Jersey.
I feel like a lot of the boardwalks are in North Jersey, actually. Yeah.
Well, it depends, because eventually you hit like where New York City is over there. And,
yeah. It's all weird.
Yeah.
Shape.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I went to boardwalks, so we didn't go to like carnivals. There really weren't.
I was going to say, there probably weren't that many because you have things like boardwalks and stuff nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have like a favorite ride or game or food from them?
No, like I really didn't like them that much.
Why?
I just don't really like rides or games. Or food.
You like food.
I do like food.
Somewhat.
But like, I know, I don't have a lot of memories of those things. And it was never like, yay, this is really fun. It was like, well, guess we're doing this thing because everybody wants to do it.
That's actually very similar to me. I didn't like rides. I like games okay.
I mean, they're fine.
Like whack-a-mole.
You don't like win anything. And then if you do win stuff, you don't really like the thing you won,
And you got to carry it all day.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're the wetter blanket than even me. Somehow, some way. Well, back to Laughing Sal. This new thing had two moves. Her torso shifted back and forth with a belly laugh, causing her spring-loaded head to bounce in awkward nods. Another gear moved her arms up and down as if telling everyone around her to calm down. She also had speakers positioned at the base, which played her laugh on repeat. It originally came from a stack of 78 RPM records that needed to be changed periodically by a technician before tape recordings automated that job.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder she was laughing. It all added up to an early precursor of Uncanny Valley robotics.
Mm-hmm.
Humanoid replicas that cause passerby to stare at this weird contraption and wonder if someone was inside staring back. You ever see the Zoltars, like the full-size animatronics that you put the money in and they do your fortune?
Not in real life, no.
Oh, I saw one not long ago. Gosh, where was I? I can't remember where I was, but there was like an actual one sitting there. It was really cool. Since Sal's debut, the reaction to her spastic movements and ear-piercing giggle have been that perfect mix of intrigue and cringe that gets us to buy a ticket to a thriller only to watch half of it through shielding fingers. This is a really good article.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In other words, the funhouse aesthetic. That's fair. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to go into a funhouse when I was a kid, but we never went to like the carnival. We only went to like, we go to like the county fairs, maybe. Mm-hmm. And we had like a little amusement park nearby and a huge amusement park nearby because Kings Island is one of the bigger amusement parks in America. Mm-hmm. And it's not far from me. And we had a little one called Americana, which we used to go to a lot in school and stuff because it was pretty cheap and it was very close. Yeah. And they had like tilt-a-whirls and stuff. It was all right. It had 2 roller coasters.
Okay.
So when the PTC began selling and installing their new fun houses into amusement parks, it was only natural that Sal came along for the ride. Oh, it's so good. No one's sure how many Sals were made. Some reports say 250. Others push that number to 500. Wow. But then comes the question of what one considers original in the official tally. Mm-hmm. Because 250 sounds low to me.
I don't know.
But then again, there could only be so many festivals and carnivals and stuff.
Yeah.
They went for about $360 a pop back in 1940s dollars. And it actually says what that is in today's dollars, except that this article is 10 years old. Oh. So let's find out what that is in today's money.
Oh, God.
What? It upsets you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was, that would be, $360 in, what year was this? 1940. That would be $8,617 in today's money.
God.
Or 10 years ago, $6,200. Yeah, inflation, man. Yeah. I was watching Office Space last night, mm-hmm. and they're talking about how they're going to like steal a couple $100,000 and never have to work again. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my gosh, inflation. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it is. Buying a car was awkward, not because I couldn't afford it, but because I realized how high normal car payments were. Like, I was like, I feel like I'm kind of indulging. And it was like, actually, your car payment is less than the average new car payment and only slightly higher than the average used car payment. And I was like, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched a video, like they just audit like random people. Like they'll walk down the street and ask you a financial question. And they were asking people, what's your car payment?
Yeah.
They were insanely high.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand having a $900 car payment unless you need like a pickup truck for work or something. I don't understand having like almost $1,000 car payment. That's insanity.
Wow.
I felt bad because I'm going to have like a $500 car payment. I was like, oh my God, I'm a Kennedy now. This is what happens. I'm going to crash the car into a lake too soon. Okay. Back to the Sal at hand. Wow. That really went off a bit there. That's all my fault. Sal was so popular, in fact, the PTC commissioned male counterparts called Laughing Sams. I've seen a Laughing Sam. That's what I've seen more than Sal's. It's funny though, because I guess Sal like Sally, because when I think Sal, I think a guy's name.
Me too.
As well as offshoot characters like Laughing Farmer, Giggling Gertie, and Blackie the Sideshow Barker. We probably want to leave that one alone.
Yeah.
But Sal was the most popular. Had multiple versions on hand in case one broke down. Unfortunately, there's no complete list or map of the Sals left. No one knows how many lie buried in the depths of long-forgotten warehouses waiting to send shivers down the eventual discoverer's spine. Although Wikipedia does collect a number of examples. You know what makes me happy? I'm about to turn 40, right? In September, I turn 40.
Yeah.
What makes me happy is I just had a thought of like, I wonder where one is. And I was like, I know 3 people I could call that would know exactly, if not own one, would know exactly where they are. That made me realize I've been living my life correctly.
Yeah.
That in my Rolodex, I was texting with a guy today that I almost guarantee would know how I could buy one, if not owns one in one of his warehouses.
Wow.
That made me happy. That makes me feel like I haven't wasted 40 years.
Yeah.
To have those kinds of people you can just reach out to makes me proud. One particular Sal hotspot is the Bay Area. Playland at the Beach, a seaside amusement park that was located at the westernmost end of San Francisco down the coast of Sutro's Bath and Cliff House, has long been a destination for Sal lovers. The area was an unofficial settlement for transients in the late 1800s until the first amusement ride, which was a roller coaster, had been installed in 1884. Other rides and attractions soon followed, and in 1926, George Whitney became the general manager of the complex, now given the name and order. When funhouses opened in the 30s, so came the Sals, where they rocked and laughed and terrorized until the land was sold to a naval-less condominium developer in 1971. Wow. I am shocked how much information there is about Sal, like here. The most visited Sal in the Bay, though, is located near the entrance of Musée Mécanique, the famed collection of vintage penny arcade machines and moving dioramas at the edge of Fisherman's Wharf. That would be the best place for it.
Oh.
Because it's, machines.
Yeah, but I've been to there, but not
you
to
have?
that place. I've been to Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh,
Well,
you probably saw one and just blocked it out like your entire childhood.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing to do that. Dan Zielinski, the museum's director, recalls getting Sal about 2 decades ago for a price tag of near $3,000. The seller called me, quote, the seller called me to come over to his house and look at it. He had housed it in his stairwell under a blanket. I said, looks great, and went back with a check, but then he decided not to sell it.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, this story has a happy ending.
Okay.
Years later, the seller passed away and his family put it up for auction. Sorry, I saw that ahead. I couldn't resist. And Zielinski pounced, both for practical purposes. It's multilingual. It's something that everyone around the world can relate to, and his own personal nostalgia. As a kid, Zielinski often visited Sal outside the funhouse at Playland. And now Sal's back where he belongs, greeting new visitors who either chortle with delight or pant with terror, mostly the latter. I love this so much. I love it's multilingual. It's like, you don't have to speak English to be terrified of this goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I have to admit, like, I've often thought, like, man, if I ever just end up having dough to just, like, stick into things, I would own stuff like that. I would have a warehouse or a really big house, and I would just have that stuff. I'd be like, you want to go to the Chamber of Horrors? That's what I call my basement, because it's got all the creepy stuff that nobody else really wants that badly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and believe me, I've seen how quickly you can become that person. I have a friend who has one of the biggest serial killer collections in the world.
Wow. He just collects serial killers?
Yeah, he gets them with a net. That's the trick, is using a net.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, Annette Bening music works really. No, he has a lot. He has the largest collection of John Wayne Gacy. That's his big one. He has like all of the Gacy stuff, including a part of his body. But we'll talk about that off the show, because it's I know he wouldn't want me to say his name, but he bought it legally from a doctor.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Quote, kids are scared to death of that thing, Zielinski says, a certain glee in his voice. Their parents bring them in because they grew up going to Playland, and so they start it up and their kids hide. They're like, Mom, are you sure this is supposed to be fun? That's really fun. I love the carnival. I kind of, that's one of the reasons I love going to haunts, because it kind of brings a bit of that old school carnival mentality back. Because a lot of haunted houses, they'll have like the trucks parked out that make like the elephant ears and the chili cheese fries and stuff.
Yeah.
And candied apples. Which, by the way, if you go to a haunt, I didn't get any last year, and I was like so depressed because they closed the donut shop down. The rule of haunts is you're supposed to get at least one cider donut.
Okay.
Because that's like the taste of the haunt.
Okay.
That isn't just like cigarette butts and sweat. Now that everybody's been properly educated on Laughing Sal, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, Chell is going to regale you with one of the most terrifying stories we've ever heard in the history of our lives. That includes the people listening.
No.
It's the most terrifying story probably in the history of Earth.
It's not even terrifying at all. It's barely terrifying.
Horrifying, deeply, and gutturally. Right after this. All right, we're wrapping up this month, this July 2026 monthly spooky. And unfortunately, unlike the month before, there was not a lot of horror in the theater. I saw one horror film in the theater last month.
Wow.
And it was the new Evil Dead. Evil Dead Burn. And I gotta say, I did like it. It was wild, insane, obscenely violent and disgusting, which is pretty much what you get from those movies, like what they promise you. They broke like every taboo on purpose to like really upset you. They fearlessly kill animals and children and everything in between. And in fact, the dog that gets killed in it like keeps coming back as like a possessed thing. So you get to see the dog get killed like 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Just for anybody who's mad. And I understand that people don't love the idea of like an animal dying in a movie or whatever. I get it, because we all love our animals and stuff like that. Do you get bothered when you see like in a movie where they like kill a cat or something?
I mean, I don't love it. I mean, it doesn't like, I'm not like up in arms about it. But,
yeah. It always blows my mind because people say like, I don't like that movie. They killed a dog in it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they pretended to kill a dog in it. That's always my go-to, is like, I'm pretty sure they didn't really do it. But there was a movie that showed a few years back on Joe Bob Briggs, and people were super mad because the cat dies in it. Not for real. I mean, like in the movie, cat dies in it. And I had said to somebody, I was like, try to take solace in knowing it was a low budget movie. So they didn't have a lot of takes. So they probably only killed 3 or 4 cats to get that shot. You know, like they didn't hurt any cats, you know, thank goodness. But yeah, so a lot of people were mad about the dog getting killed, the child death, which was like really not turning away. It was like unflinching. And I was kind of shocked the movie still had an R rating.
Wow.
But it was fun. If you liked Evil Dead Rise, it's in a similar space to that, but they did a lot of new stuff. They did a lot of interesting stuff with family dynamics And I loved that burn and fire was like the theme of everything that happened. The consumption of flame.
Okay.
So I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it. I do recommend going and checking it out. But that's my horror film for the month. Chell, scare the bejesus out of us with the best, scariest Reddit entry ever.
So this was hard because I intended to like sit here this morning and like do things, but I had to go to the house and make sure the stove was off.
Right.
So what I have is, so there's from Glitch in the Matrix. What?
I just said,
Oh yeah. So like there's this person and they have like 9 years ago or something, their son had like a favorite glass. They love this McDonald's glass that they have. I had
a McDonald's glass I loved.
Me too. I don't think I loved it, but we had some.
Okay.
So it was like their special glass. They always used it. And then they dropped it and it got like a big crack in it. And so the kid got like really, really upset. And the parent was like, trying to calm them down and was like, we have one identical to that. Like they have two of them.
Yeah.
So the poster, I don't know. They like wrapped up the glass and threw it away and stuff. And then like a week later, the kid was like, "Hey, the glass is fixed. Everything's better." And so they were like, "Okay, I guess the kid just found the identical one." So they were like, "Yay, that's so nice." And then they went to look and the identical one was still there. So it's like it duplicated or something. So then, like just like a week ago or something, they come downstairs or wherever, or they get home and on the counter is that glass with the same crack in it. And they're just like, what? And so they go and they check and, there's still two glasses. And so they like message their kid who is older now and is like, did you use this glass? Did you break this glass? And the kid is like, no. And also like, that's the same crack from when it broke, like when I was 9. And so they don't know what happened. It probably I'm
gonna have to say that they probably had more of those than they realized because it's a I'm being such a but like because that's like an impulse purchase buying McDonald's glasses and stuff. I think that they just thought they bought 2 and they bought 3, or thought they bought 2 and they bought 4.
I mean, the only thing that makes me think maybe not is because they have moved since then.
Okay.
So you'd think that you'd know when you're moving how many McDonald's glasses you had.
But you'd also think when you're moving that you might not just pay attention because you're just like, oh God, moving sucks. I got to wrap everything in friggin' newspaper and do this crap, or worse yet, somebody else does it that doesn't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. But like, what about when you're taking it out and you're pulling everything in the cabinet? Don't you notice then?
Maybe.
So,
Unless again, you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired from moving out of my old house. Yeah. And I'm so sad because my mortgage is a mortgage and like everything's bad, but I have a place to live. So hooray. I don't know. I mean, that's the only thought I have that could explain it. Or, I mean, when he was a kid, he was a little klepto and he stole it from like a friend's house because they probably all had McDonald's glasses.
I mean, that's possible. And I mean, also it's possible that, basically everybody that whoever the people who live in the house, the poster asked, like, did you use this glass? Did you drop this glass? And everyone was like, no, but maybe somebody did. So maybe it's just not a big deal at all.
It's only because there's like, when I was growing up, we had 4 Flintstone collectible mugs that were like, they looked like coffee mugs, but they had like a bone, like a cartoon bone shape on the handle, and they were clear. They were glass. And we had I think we had 4 of them, and a couple broke over time, and they just kind of, we had those, and those were from either McDonald's or Burger King. And then I had a couple of McDonald's Christmas time glasses that were my favorites, but one of them did break, I think, and I don't know what happened to the rest of them. So I just remember there was a lot of that stuff around, a lot of collectible and commemorative cups and mugs and glasses.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just depends on the person too, because we used to, like, we had a couple of McDonald's glasses. I think we had, like, 2 or 3. But, like, I would have known if we had duplicate of them, you know? Because I know where they are in the, like, in the cabinet and stuff. There was, you know, we take the glasses, and you take all the glasses, and there's no more glasses. You have to.
I like this is the part of your childhood you did remember.
Yeah.
The one thing you're letting eke through.
Yeah, just the glasses and like when you like wash them and stuff.
Of course.
I'm just saying, like, I can't imagine. I understand, and that's a really logical explanation. But I also, if this were something that happened in my house, like, I would be weird because I like know.
Yeah, I do think it's weird. No, I do think it's weird. I'm only coming to that conclusion from a total like separation. To be like, you probably just had more of those than you realized.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would creep me out for sure if I was dealing with that. I would be very weirded out.
Yeah.
Well, you lucked out. That was the scariest thing anyone's ever heard in the world.
Wow.
So you nailed it, just barely by the skin of your teeth.
Okay.
So thank you guys so much for joining us on this edition of Monthly Spooky. We really do appreciate it. If you want to send us an email, do so at weeklyspooky@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you about spooky news stories, comments, questions, anything like that, especially about Michelle and snakes. That's the new topic du jour. And we would love to hear from you. We'll be back on the last Monday of next month. Chell, what are you going to defend yourself?
No, I'm not going to defend myself.
Go on, go ahead.
No, I'm
say
not
going to
defend. No, it's okay.
What were you going to say?
No, I'm not going to say anything.
Go on.
No.
Come on.
Okay, I touched a Decay's brown snake. That's the kind of snake that I touched.
She ain't beating the allegations, kids. But we'll be back on the next time on the last Monday in August, and we'll even celebrate my birthday a little bit since it's in the beginning of September. So until next time, stay safe out there, my spookies, and as always, as is appropriate, Michelle has the final word.
I don't know, like, this is too many words already.